So I wanted to go into a little bit more depth the heater and how that works and how that was built, so that if you're also building a Vanlife van, or if you're thinking about installing a heater, you can maybe use some of the tips here. I really hope this helps you out. So we decided to install our heater in this area of the van. We did so. First, I'm going to start with, this is our 10-liter fuel tank. Came with the diesel heater. This is also the controller. So this is a digital controller to the diesel heater that would allow us to control the heat and temperature and output and all things like that. There's a filter down here, and then most of this stuff just runs right through the bulkhead wall tucked in here, okay? So we also have our, this is our port. This is where the heat comes out. The heat comes out here, it rises into the room, and then we've got a fan right here, blows it through the room, distributes it. It also blows through here. This is your fridge freezer, so it's not necessarily great to have heat going in there, but what this does is that heat comes in here, it's pushed through the vehicle to the electronic system, and it keeps those batteries warm so that you've got some warmth going in there. But let's go into the next section. So I've got, pardon the camera, we'll move that here. So you slide slide this guy forward, and then down here, this is where we saw, this is our fuel cord. So you can see it's protected right here by this bumper. That little bumper protects us from the door from sliding too far. And then we also have this guy right here. This is our exhaust vent, or this is actually where the heat comes out of. So if you lift this up, here is all of the components for our diesel heater. So we've got the diesel heater here. We've got the fuel pump for the diesel heater right here, electronics, things like that. And those all just stay conveniently tucked down in the pedestal right there. Go ahead and put that back. And then, yeah, so our input is just right there, and it sucks the air in. It blows the hot air through the back and circles through the system. And then one added feature that we did with our van is actually up in here. It doesn't end. This piece of wood ends. Let me see if you can, there we go. Right here is a vent, so you can go up and into our overhead bulkhead. So if we want to create really good ventilation through the whole thing, we just pop this open. We allow that air to vent through. We can even have this door closed. No light comes through, but it's going to let air cycle through the whole thing. Or we can just go ahead and leave that closed, depending on what we're trying to achieve. So that's our heater, and we went with the diesel over the gasoline because we didn't want to drop the gas tank in order to install the gas. Gasoline's also a lot more volatile than diesel. So if there was ever a leak or anything like that, much lower chance of any type of ignition of the fuel. Diesel's cheap. That little 10-liter tank right here, this little 10-liter tank lasts us for days and days and days with the heater blasting. And with the heater barely on, even in 0-degree weather, or we were in -degree weather in the mountains in Colorado for 14 days testing out the system, and we found that it was very efficient and warm and cozy in the van as soon as we kicked that on.